Slakia, I'm back. I had another phone call again. I'm like, God damn. So I put my phone to not disturb. So I went and did some settings, and I got it right. So I don't have no damn phone calls because keep getting different numbers. So this is a part three. So Floyd Mayweather, this is a part three. Floyd Mayweather got what he deserved. So um, where was I? Second Maccabees 1-12. The guy did 1-12. So yeah, we're gonna start at 13. This is the first Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 13. There certain of the people were so forward hearing that they went to the king and give the license to do after the authorities of other heathens. So when some Israelites urgently sought permission from the Greek rulers to abandon their laws for the Most High. That's what our people did. They voluntarily submit themselves to these heathen rulership and customs because they don't want to go to all this hell and shit. So they want to make covenant with the heathen. Okay, like our people, Israelites, you got 2/3 of our own people trusting in this system and the governments of Esau Edom. Okay, they rather trust Esau Edom rather than the Most High because they don't want to suffer because they don't want to suffer because it's too hard for them. But the Most High is gonna make these 2/3 suffer. In verse 14, whereupon they built a place of exercise in Jerusalem according to the customs of the heathen. So the place of exercise was a Greek gymnasium established in Jerusalem. So the Greek gymnasium promoted nudity. So gym mean naked. Jake was wicked, man. The Sun King. They was like exercising, running with they damn raw, shaking. The women they breasts out, and like they was wicked as hell, man. They were wicked as hell, man. Doing this, they studying these Greek philosophies and also idolatrous culture. Okay, Jerusalem, the Holy See, became polluted with heathen practices. Our land became polluted with heathen practices. That's our people to this day, Jake, man. And verse 15, and and made themselves uncircumcised with foreskin and the holy covenant, and joined themselves to the heathen, and were sold to do mischief. So they made themselves uncircumcised means they attempt to hide their circumcision appeared to the Greeks. So spiritually, it symbolizes rejecting the covenant and being ashamed of their Israelite identity. So our people, they join themselves to the heathen, shows complete isolation into the wicked customs. They sold to do mischief means they became servants to sin and enemies of righteousness. So the Israelites they hide their heritage, they reject the commandments, they following just the heathen customs and fulfilling the grain in Babylon system. This is to that happened back then, and also it happened it like happening right now to this very day. Okay, to this very day. That's all people. Example: Floyd Mayweather, and like the rest of these sellout jakes, man. So yeah, man. So you got sellouts among our people, man. So fuck it, they're gonna die. You know, Esau's falling down, and 2/3 about people falling down. All right, these sellouts, and they are falling. You are witnessing the downfall of Esau Edom, and also 2/3 of our own people, and we are witnessing the downfall of Floyd Mayweather, and rest of these celebrity jakes, they about to fall too. So I'm gonna wrap this up. First, I'd like to give just like all praises, all their glory to goes to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem with Kakadash. Also, double R's by Apostle also Great Bill. Lord's will, this is edifying. Man, I had 4 calls. It got cut into 3 parts. 3 parts. So, slacky about that. You know, I did some changes so I don't get no phone interruptions. So, stay circumspect, watch your surroundings, endure to the end, stay circumspect, stay focused, endure. We almost out here, man. We almost out here. Till next time, Shalom.
For pennies on the dollar, he received about $13 million for $100 million worth of Floyd's jewelry, and then he wasn't making the you got to make payments, whatever, 2% a month or something. Well, he wasn't paying.
Could you use up to $800? Find it at BioLife. Up to $800 is waiting for you. Just donate plasma.
Jonah is also facing multiple lawsuits related to the luxury jewelry business.
Okay.
He opened in LA after the guilty plea in New York.
Yes.
Investors and lenders claim that Jonah defrauded them and stole from them.
Okay.
You promoted jewelry for Jadel. Did those lawsuits surprise you?
I will always love Jonah. I trust Jonah, not just 10%, 20%, 100%. I'm not perfect, so.
There's a text message in the lawsuit. We're going to start selling this stuff or breaking it down because take the diamonds off, melt down the gold, whatever. Recknitz says, sure, go ahead, thanks. Or agreed, thanks. So he's pawned Floyd's jewelry. He's not making the payments on it. Floyd has no knowledge this is going on.
My most expensive watch that I currently own is $18 million. One watch.
Floyd, if you remember, not too long ago, he had to file a $350 million lawsuit against Showtime, a guy that was running a Showtime boxing, and the shadowy figure Al Heyman, who I don't think is in the lawsuit, but he's mentioned in the lawsuit. Floyd, all those big fights we saw, remember he fought Pacquiao, maybe De La Hoya. He had that whole run of fights sort of towards the end of his career where he was saying, I'm independent now, this is where I'm, and he was bragging about how much money he made in those fights. Well, he didn't get paid, or he got paid half of the money for a lot of them. So if he was supposed to get $700 million, he got $300 million. So he has that lawsuit going on for $375, and then now he has another $175 going against this Jonah Recknitz, who had just got out of federal prison for fraud stuff, and Floyd didn't. You gotta Google your new friends. What are these guys? Who are these? What is this person's past before you let him have control of financial stuff? So pretty crazy what Floyd has let have happen to his money. Sad. It's easy to dislike Floyd Mayweather, but he earned his money. Floyd, one of the most amazing boxers, certainly probably the best defensive and technical boxer, which is the brains part of boxing, so he can't be dumb, but...
We all live, we all learn, we all make mistakes. There's no one that's perfect. Jonah is my friend. He's a person that I love. He's a person that I would stand behind through the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Just so focused on what? Showing off, on spending money, on proving to everyone he was rich. And it was weird with Floyd. It never got old for him. I can see wilding out for a couple years, but it never got old. And then he became the target of parasite like Jonah Recknitz, and yet Recknitz first corrupted police and other officials, union officials in New York City. He testified against all of them. He gets 5 months in prison, opens a jewelry store, meets Floyd, and then does a massive fraud to Floyd. So look for criminal charges to go against Jonah Recknitz. This is the guy that had been sitting with Floyd, and they were personal buddies, or so Floyd thought. What a dark person. I mean, you move up the food chain of money, man. You really want to be careful who you meet, because they might be preying on you. And while Floyd was, a tough guy in the ring, he has been proven to be an easy victim in the business world, which again is sad, because you could dislike Floyd's personality, but he earned his money. He's not a criminal, and I'm sure he wasted a lot of it, but he didn't get paid for half of his fights, according to the lawsuit against Showtime. And this Recknitz guy was just stealing this money. Imagine you have $100 million worth of someone's jewelry, you pawn it for $13 million, and they're just like, whatever, sell it. And you just steal the money. So did he think Floyd was so dumb that he would never catch on? Or when you're doing these kind of things, which is probably more of the truth, you're like a gambler. You're being driven by impulse. And Recknitz just got addicted to this lifestyle of having money. And if you're not making any money, you got to steal somebody else's, I guess, right? So Floyd Mayweather couldn't beat him in the ring, but he seems to be the perfect victim outside of the ring. It's sad. Let's hope Floyd recovers some of his money, or a lot of his money. But yeah, so there's an update. Floyd may really be running low on money, and no wonder him and Mike Tyson are talking about fighting, which is ridiculous. Pray for Floyd Mayweather, and I'll profit American dope.
We got options. I got about